Some of y'all call him Allah. Some of y'all call him Eli, Elohim. Some of y'all call him Yahweh. Most High comes first. You know what I'm saying? So as a result of that, Psalms 119. Psalms 119. This is from the Bible. I don't even know what version this is. Happy are people of integrity who follow the law of the Lord. Happy are those who obey his decrees and search for him with all their hearts. They will not compromise with evil. They will walk only in his paths. Blessed be to everybody. I hope you guys keep your integrity. I hope you guys, walk in the way of the Most High, whether you call him Allah, whether you call him Elah, Elohim, Eloah, Yahweh. Walk in that pathway, man. That pathway is the path of integrity. Integrity. All right, let's get into it. So, Ryan Garcia released on his channel the sparring of Gervonta Tank Davis' YouTube channel, his Twitter, etc. Clips of Gervonta getting it on Devin Haney. What does this mean? Well, of course, the first thing all of us fans, when we see this, some of us come to the conclusion, at least, that Gervonta, man, he was dominating Devin Haney and looked like he was dominating him, throughout the fight, if you don't have a pair of eyes to really watch and see what was going on. For those of us who are more familiar with boxing, you would realize Devin is blocking a lot of those shots, rolling a lot of shots. Yes, he's defensive because he got caught with a shot. But you also see scenes where Devin's on the offense as well, and then he gets caught. What does this mean? Well, the first thing all fans will want to see is Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney fight. And Ryan Garcia, by doing this, actually building an anticipated showdown between Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. People are now wanting to see that fight more than ever. But in addition, what Ryan Garcia is doing is he's trying to make the point that Devin Haney is not unbeatable, as the head of Matchroom is saying, So that's the point he's trying to make. I personally think that it shows a lot about Devin Haney. That Devin Haney at 16 years old, he wasn't even dropped by Tank. Now, when Adrian Broner jumped into the ring prematurely, Devin Haney was weathering the storm. He wasn't getting hit with any, serious shots. He was rolling right in some of the punches. Of course, he's 16. Tank's a full-grown man at 21. So Tank kind of manhandles him a bit on the inside. And Devin tries to, close distance. Clearly, this is a fight in which Devin's not jabbing and moving. He's actually banging it out with Tank. He's actually on the offense. We see a little piece of a clip. Now, these clips are all broken up. So these are the highlights of Tank and his highlighted performance against Devin. This is his best parts. And Adrian Broner saying how he had to jump in the ring and save Devin, which is untrue. He prematurely jumped in the ring. He had no business being in that ring. How we know this is because Tank couldn't continue that assault on Devin Haney like he was doing before. These are moments in the fight where these are, I guess, Tank's best moments in the fight. Both guys going back and forth. As Floyd said, it was explosive stuff. It was must-see TV when those two were fighting, and they were banging it out. It wasn't like they was, Devin was just boxing him and stuff like that. No, they was banging it out, which means Devin's able to take Tank's best punch in that sparring. Devin only 16 years old. It shows a lot about Devin Haney. It showed he could hang with this dude, was flattening everybody else he goes in the ring with. It also showed, because it's doghouse rules. This is guys go until you drop. He actually outlasted Tank. And that's tremendous, that he outlasts a guy who, at the time, I believe, was already a world champion. So that was also amazing. No, actually, I don't know if Tank wasn't a world champion. Tank hadn't been signed to Mayweather Promotions as yet. But it was still fantastic to see this amateur going against guys. And we heard it was crazy work, as they said. Devin was in much better shape, and so he was able to outlast Tank and, get the better of him in the latter half, which is why Tank's team had to pull out. It all goes to show you what kind of fight it would be. And a lot of people think of Devin as this guy that you could just tap him on the chin and he will go down on the ground. That's not the case. This is a 16-year-old handling a seasoned pro, and not only is he hanging with him, he actually beats him at the doghouse rules. He beats the guy. Now, people say Tank didn't come in the best shape. Well, listen, man. Listen. Now, this is 10 years ago. Devin Haney's in his man strength now. It's a totally different story right now. But the point is, there is a reason why Tank Davis is not interested in facing Devin Haney at any time soon. But what I would say is this. Devin Haney taking on Ryan Garcia, that would be a common opponent when he does face him, of Tank Davis. Now, the difference is, and people are trying to say that this fight, because Ryan, by releasing that, he hyped the fight up with him and Devin Haney quite a lot, okay? But he also hyped up the fight with Devin Haney and Tank, okay? He's like promoting two fights in one blow. But the thing about Ryan Garcia in this case is, people are saying that, Tank versus Ryan is going to get dwarfed by Devin Haney versus Ryan. I don't know. Maybe it might. It might, because they're really hyping up the fight right now. But in my opinion, the Ryan Garcia that faced Gervonta Tank Davis, while he wouldn't be as experienced, having not faced Tank Davis before, and this Ryan Garcia is going to be a little bit more experienced. I see him working with Derek James on the inside. I see his inside work he's doing. But this Ryan Garcia versus the Ryan Garcia that faced Tank, let me tell you why the Ryan Garcia that faced Tank, why that fight was so big. Ryan was undefeated at the time. That's one. Two, Ryan, was knocking out everybody left, right, and center. So he was building up tremendous hype for that fight. So when the fight happened, Tank, who was already a pay-per-view attraction and an attraction period, he was selling out arenas. And then Ryan, who was a fast rising, very popular fighter who didn't have pay-per-view, they put together a very explosive thing, because the promotion and everything spoke for itself. And they had history. Now, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia have history too, don't get me wrong. And, if she had 6 fights, Devin's got the better of Ryan in the last 3. But the point is, they got history. Ryan's never really been enthusiastic about facing Devin Haney. He's been enthusiastic about facing Tank Davis. He called out Tank from a long time ago in the pros. So that's a little difference there. Now, Ryan's doing different things to really keep this fight in the forefront and really make it a big fight. Will it be bigger than Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia? I highly doubt it, because Ryan's not undefeated. And I know this sounds stupid. That O seems to make things a lot more shinier. But Ryan not being undefeated and not looking like a serious threat. At this point, I don't think Ryan's as serious a threat to Devin Haney as he looked against Tank Davis going into the fight. So there's all those things. Now, Ryan is stirring up all kinds of things. He's using different strategies, which I think are brilliant, to promote this fight and to make it as big as possible, to make the purse as big as possible. It being in the Barclays doesn't help the situation either. The Barclays will be sold out, but I don't know if it'll help the pay-per-view per se. But who knows? If these guys have a good plan, if they work out things well, they might sell the crap out of this fight. So we'll see. The fact that Floyd's even in the background having anything to do with this fight is a good thing, because Floyd Mayweather's name is another name that they're using. They're actually kind of clout chasing Floyd Mayweather, and they're using Floyd Mayweather's name to piggyback off his name to make this fight a little bit bigger as well. So we're going to see how that all pans out. Of course, that Ryan brought back a fight that was like, 10 years ago. We have Rolly Romero looking like he's beating up Ryan Garcia back in the day as well, right? So, if Devin Haney wants to, he can pull that old file as well. But that's what those files do, is they build hype for a fight. As they were saying, they build a lot of hype. So, that is what this means that those clippings of Tank getting it off on Devin, even though I didn't really see Devin getting a black eye. Devin didn't even go down. Devin was using very good defense, rolling and riding shots. He was not as big and strong as Tank, so Tank would kind of manhandle him somewhat on the inside. But from what I saw when Devin was on the defensive, he was covering up. He was doing what he needed to do. I didn't really see him in any serious trouble at any point in time. Which begs the question, where's the rest of the video? If Devin was able to weather Tank's best stuff, Tank's best barrage, come back and not only outwork Tank, but probably beat his ass up coming down the stretch because Tank was tiring, then what does that mean, y'all? Because we see a snippet where Devin feints Tank to the top and goes to his body. So Devin was working Tank's body, right? We saw Devin on the offensive. So what does that mean, y'all? It means he started to beat Tank's ass going down the stretch because Tank was tiring and Tank's team had to quit after taking a lot of punishment. That's what that means. So the question is, that means Devin, that's why they said Devin was in dog shape. They said he was in really good shape. They saying he's in really good shape because Tank couldn't get him out of there. Tank couldn't knock him down. Tank couldn't get him to stop. Ain't nobody was protecting Devin. Ain't nobody was protecting Tank in there. People was chasing Adrian Broner out the ring because Adrian Broner was messing up their money because people put money on that fight. And if Devin Haney's father came out winning that money, it tell you everything. If a 16-year-old was handling a dude like Tank, like that, and they going blow for blow, toe to toe, you think Tank want to just face this dude just like that, y'all? No, he knows what that kid could do. He's seen it. All right? That's why I said Tank ain't want no smoke with Devin. Tank ain't want no smoke with Shakur. He don't want that smoke. I'm telling y'all. Right? Devin showed us he got a chin. Devin showed us he's strong, he's tough. And that's at 16. That's why Floyd was sitting at the edge of the ring with Devin after they sparred. And Floyd was like, this the next right here. If he do what he need to do, he the next. Floyd knows. Floyd knows if Tank gets in the ring with Devin, Tank is going to get his ass whooped, especially now with a bigger, stronger Devin coming into his man strength. There's no ifs or buts about that. Way smarter, way wiser. Because you remember, all of this is experience. Imagine you go in the ring with Tank at 16. You got priceless experience. You're going in the ring with Hoy Linares. You're going in the ring with, all these people. Think of Shakur going in the ring with Lomachenko. You're getting a lot of experience. You're learning a lot of things. Tank ain't been in the ring with Lomachenko. Devin Haney's been. I'm telling y'all. Tank ain't want nothing to do with Devin. This is nice hype. Y'all, you get little snippets of Tank getting it off on Devin. But what happened after? Tank lost that battle. He lost the doghouse rules. He wasn't able to outlast Devin. Y'all forget that little snippet point. In fact, he wasn't able to bruise Devin. He wouldn't even leave any marks on Devin. He didn't concuss Devin. Because Devin's well schooled. He can handle Tank. And y'all know this. But I would look forward to Tank versus Devin when Devin whoops Tank's ass. Because he will. I would love to see that. Of course. Devin versus Ryan. I'm going to say this. I've seen Ryan's training and everything. The problem with Ryan is he's not committed 100% to boxing. And he knows that. He is just like, Ryan is just like Teofimo Lopez and Rolly Romero. Now, Rolly Romero is committed to boxing somewhat. But even Bullet said that Rolly wasn't doing what he was telling him to do. And so Bullet part ways with Rolly. You can't I'm going to use this word. You can't half-ass boxing. You just can't do that. If you treat boxing good, it will treat you back good. And Devin Haney has been treating boxing good, y'all. That's why he's reaping the benefits. And once he stays on that path, like how Floyd Mayweather stayed on that path, he's going to do well. Ryan Garcia brings up Devin Haney's ex, Ryan Garcia be doing all kinds of stuff, right? That's the hype to fight, y'all. It's the hype to fight. And Ryan Garcia is doing a great job. He's a great hype man. I'm not going to lie. I wish he would become a world champion like Raleigh did. But maybe this guy never becomes a world champion. Maybe this guy never makes it. One thing he can do is give you exciting fights. One thing he can do is bring excitement to boxing. And that's why Ryan Garcia is important. All right? I don't think there's many boxing people in the know-how who think that Ryan Garcia will beat Devin Haney. Just like I don't think there's a lot of people in the boxing know-how who think that Francis Ngannou is going to beat Anthony Joshua. And we're not underestimating Francis Ngannou. We're just looking at the experience and the amount of different things. I'm not saying Francis is not skilled or has many different skills that he brings to the table. I saw him switch hitting against Tyson Fury. I see him trying to close the distance. I see him trying to ambush Tyson Fury. I see his explosiveness. But he got to work on his conditioning. He has to work on his angles because he still don't get his angles right. That's why Tyson Fury was able to do what he did. And a lot of people think Anthony Joshua is going to roll. He's going to roll over Francis Ngannou. I'm telling y'all, there's levels to the sport of boxing. And what Tyson Fury showed us is Tyson Fury, with all his flam and stuff, he needed to cheat to really get an edge on other people. That's what's going on with Tyson Fury. He cheats to get an edge. And y'all cover it up because he's white. Now, I mean, he ain't got those little extra things on the table. Not to say that Deontay Wilder was the best boxer we ever seen, but Tyson Fury, to get the win, he has to cheat. If it's just 11 playing field like he had against Francis Ngannou, he looked ordinary. And Francis Ngannou almost beat him. No Dewey Cooper. Francis did not beat Tyson Fury. Getting on to another topic that's at hand very quickly. People still saying that they think Artur Beterbiev is going to beat Dmitry Bivol. No, he's not going to beat Dmitry Bivol. He's just not going to do it. Right? I'm just letting y'all know. Canelo Alvarez ducking David Benavidez. Yeah, he's ducking David Benavidez. And I'm glad that Berlanga is not going to be facing Canelo. His team don't want to face Canelo, and that's good. They're not ready for that. And as to Canelo versus Jaime Munguia, again, that's not the fight to make. Jaime Munguia has been at 168 for 2 fights. That's not the fight to make. Make a fight against somebody who, I mean, we don't have a problem with Jaime Munguia facing Canelo. Munguia is not ready for Canelo, okay? But you got 2 bona fide 168 pounders who are both, you know, secondary champions. You got David Benavidez and you got David Morrell, okay? They're big 168 pounders. You want to go up to 175 and face Bivol, who's a big 168 pounder himself, but you're not willing to face David Benavidez or David Morrell. And yes, I understand, you know, if it makes money, it makes sense. I understand that could be a big fight. Jaime Munguia versus Canelo would be a big fight. But you have a guy sitting down there being the next in line to get his just due, which would be a bigger fight, I believe, than Jaime Munguia fight, because there's more risk in it. Because the guy looks like he is a threat to you. And you're gonna bypass him, which everybody want to see, to face a guy who just got in the division 2 fights in. It's not, this is the thing that we don't understand. We don't understand that. You want to face a Jaime Munguia instead of a David Benavidez. Because you want something that's less risk. Well, Jaime Munguia looked good against John Ryder, much shorter guy. But me personally, I don't care to see Canelo versus Jaime Munguia. I don't care to see that when you got a guy like David Benavidez who deserves his shot, who put himself in position to get that shot. Now we're hearing David Benavidez going up to 140, 175. to face Gvozdyk, right? Alexander Gvozdyk, right? Who, my boy Lonnie B, you so wrong about this. He's saying that Alexander Gvozdyk is a better fighter than Dmitry Bivol. No, bro. And y'all keep on getting caught up in power, 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 power. Stop that. All right? Bivol is way better a fighter than Gvozdyk. Just because Gvozdyk put in a coma, forgot what his name is, the former lineal champion who was 40 years old, don't mean that Gvozdyk is a better fighter than Dmitry Bivol. I don't believe it for 1 second. All right? I believe Bivol is a way better fighter than Gvozdyk. Gvozdyk was too panicky. He was trying to maintain range, and he didn't know how to do it. And then on the inside, he was getting rough up by Bivol. Bivol was elbowing him and all kinds of things on the inside. Forearming him, pushing him back, all kinds of shit. And he let Beterbiev do that to him. He got beat up mostly on the inside, where Beterbiev was just roughhousing. Beterbiev is very strong. Bivol wouldn't let Beterbiev do all that. Bivol's a master of range. That's the thing that makes Bivol so good. And he has power. Because if he didn't have power, he would have knocked down Joe Smith Jr. He wouldn't have butchered Sullivan Barrera and stopped him. He has power. It's how he uses his power. He doesn't just throw everything with heat. He throws sometimes soft, sets up his shots, and then lands his shots that he wants to land. And of course, he has a great activity rate. Bivol's like a video game. And I don't see Artur Beterbiev beating Bivol. I just don't see it. I don't know what y'all looking at, but the fight is going to go almost like any other Bivol fight. We've seen Bivol against really strong fighters like Jean Pascal, Joe Smith Jr., Sullivan Barrera. Okay, we've seen him against big, strong fighters. We've seen him put on a show on them and chop them down. I'm not saying Beterbiev has some defense, but he does get hit. He does get hit. He can box a little bit, but it's really his strength and his power and being able to break guys down. That's what he does. But he has flaws. You can't have them kind of flaws against Bivol. You saw a much better skilled fighter in Canelo Alvarez, and he couldn't close the distance on Bivol. So how's Beterbiev going to do that? You're saying that Beterbiev's a better fighter than Canelo Alvarez? Is that what you're saying? So I don't understand what people are talking about. And Bivol has that power to keep you honest, to make you hesitate. All right? And Beterbiev, in trying to close the distance against Bivol, he's going to have a hard time because Bivol adjusts angles all the time. And he doesn't just throw one shot. He throws 2 and 3 shots. Demo Gaming says, Grand Rising, my brother. So once again, it's not about, listen, it's not that I favor the boxer every single time or whatever you guys call it. It's that there are fighters who have higher boxing knowledge than other fighters. It doesn't matter the style they fight in. It doesn't matter if they're, jabbing and moving, or if they are sticking and moving, or if they are a fighter who comes forward but off the jab, throwing combinations and pivoting, using pivot work. Gamble David says, what did I miss about the leaked footage? Well, it's selective footage, that they decided to show at the sparring where Tank was letting off his shots and he seemed to be more on the offensive and Devin was on the defensive because he caught Devin with a good shot. That's what it is. But he didn't really, if he was so good, he would have stopped Devin. He would have hurt him. He would have dropped him. He didn't do that, right? And in the same leaked footage, as I said before, we saw Devin throw a body shot. He threw, he was on the offensive. Tank was on the defensive. And he threw a body shot on Tank. He set it up by feinting the jab up top, and then he landed that long right hand to the body, almost like Floyd, They said that Devin was in dog shape. You know why they said that? Because all of their assaults on Devin did not get Devin out of there. Did not stop Devin. Didn't slow down Devin. Which means Devin's defense was on point. This is a 16-year-old Devin versus a 21-year-old Tank. Tank had 5 years on him. Tank was more a man than Devin was. Devin was a boy. And he's hanging with this dude. And then he beats his ass coming down the stretch. Doghouse rules. He gets it over Tank such that Tank's team quits. Think about what I'm saying. He didn't just outlast Tank because Tank was tired. No, he was whooping Tank's ass. And Tank was fading. And that's why they say it was crazy, crazy work. That's why Floyd said that. And everybody who was there said that. They know what happened. They know there's a reason why Tank didn't want to fuck with Devin. Sorry about the F-bomb, but that's the language sometimes we use in boxing. There's a reason why he don't mess with him. Okay? And now the Devin Haney that's today, the 24-year-old Devin Haney or 25-year-old, he's totally different. And we seen him at 140 put down Regis Prograis. We seen him stop people at lightweight. He has power. He just doesn't turn over his shots all the time the right way. And sometimes he loop the shots. Devin Haney versus Tank. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. But the cool thing about it is it makes people think about a Devin Haney versus Tank Davis fight. And that Tank has a chance in a fight like that, which is cool. I mean, that's nice to know. But it does show you also that Devin Haney has a chin. That Devin Haney's built tough. That Devin Haney has been tested in the gym. And this is why this guy's name is what it is. He is the goods. They say he chinny and all that. That's bullshit. I think this is all built up, the Haney and Garcia fight. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Ryan Garcia is doing a great job of promoting the fight and bringing elements to the fight. The fight itself, Haney versus Garcia, is going to be somewhat explosive. It's going to be somewhat interesting, but Haney going to get it over Ryan is not dedicated to the sport as he should be. I see what he's doing with Derek James. They're doing some good work on the inside. They're doing some really unique, interesting things that Derek been doing with Errol Spence, etc. And Ryan is, but he's not dedicated. He's not dedicated to the sport like he should be. You can't be eating, drinking, using alcohol, smoking weed, because that's what basically he was saying he was doing. There ain't nothing wrong with smoking weed per se, but the alcohol thing. You can't be doing that. And then you get in the ring with a dude who been taking care of his body, not been drinking, smoking, all of that, and think you're going to beat him. And this dude be dedicated all the time. He'd be like a gym rat all the time. And you're going to just step up in there and beat him. Come on now. And then the level of competition that Devin Haney has faced, bro. I mean, come on now. The experience he's gotten, he's only getting better. Right? We saw him drop Regis Prograis. We saw him drop 140-pounder, a guy who don't get dropped like that. Okay, Regis Prograis, a sturdy, really strong guy, explosive. Kind of reminds me, Regis explores me of a cheaper version of Tank Davis. And you saw what Devin Haney did to him. What do you think he'll do to Tank? What do you really think he'll do to Tank? Okay? If y'all really think about what I'm saying, I'm saying this about Devin Haney because I remember when he damaged his arm and I said Devin Haney's overhyped and his father's overhyping him and stuff. I remember when I said that when he fought the fight against the dude, dropped the dude, and then he tried to stop the dude, and the dude was actually getting off on him, and he damaged his right hand. I think he ripped his rotator cuff or something like that in that fight because he wanted to get the knockout so bad, and you don't do that. And he started telegraphing his punches and stuff, and I was like, this dude ain't all that. I remember when I said that about Devin Haney, but right now I changed my mind about him completely. Like, this dude is the goods. He's the real goods. He got everything. He got everything. And he's now sharpening up and working and honing his craft. I'm not saying he's a perfect fighter. When Shakur do things and he throws shots, Shakur throw things textbook. He throw things perfectly. Devin don't always throw the shots perfectly. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to throw the shots perfectly. You have to generate momentum, so you have to loop the shot sometimes. I've seen Terrence Crawford do the same thing. Terrence Crawford robbery. That's why I think Devin Haney, taking some advice and counsel from Terrence Crawford was interesting, because, you see some of them looping shots that Terrence Crawford do. Devin Haney loops sometimes his shots to generate more power. Like Terrence will whip his shots. Devin Haney don't necessarily whip his shots. He more kind of arc it. Sometimes he shoot it straight and he keep it textbook. It's just interesting. With Devin Haney's style is a little bit different, to like a Shakur style. Like Shakur more sharp shoot than Devin Haney sharp shoot. Devin Haney more bang than Shakur. He's more of a banger because he's tough. He's strong. That's why he can do that. And Tank is extremely explosive. He's also extremely sharp. But he got a problem. If his explosiveness and power not working for him, yes, he can box. Don't get me wrong. But if his explosiveness and power don't be working for him, his go-to, he don't got no other go-to. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened with his sparring session with him and Devin. You should be able to outbox this kid. You should be able to tire him out. If he's younger, you got to select your shots to the body. You got to make this kid move all around the ring because he's young. You're not young like that, And you had to start to tactically find places to tactically buy time so you can get back your win. He didn't do that in the sparring against Devin Haney. That's what Devin Haney overcame him. A 16-year-old who ain't got no pro experience outlasting you, that don't look good. And Tank knows that. There are different strategies, and veterans, I know Floyd showed him things and showed him how to buy his time and be more savvy now. But I'm just saying, ain't no 16-year-old supposed to outlast you. And there's no excuse. You're supposed to outlast that kid. You're supposed to have the superior firepower and everything. Get what I'm saying? So Devin Haney's been brought up perfectly well. He's been brought up really well. Ryan might as well throw that left hook in the trash. If he couldn't find Tank, he's never going to find Devin. Tank is way more aggressive than Devin. Devin is way more defensive. The thing about it is, y'all say these things. Y'all really don't know. Right? Y'all really don't know if Devin is more, because Tank was very defensive against Ryan. Tank was fighting off the back foot in the first, second, third rounds. But what Tank was doing was collecting data. When he dropped Ryan in the second round, he jumped on him because, well, Ryan now would have to be in defensive mode. But then when Ryan started firing back, Tank was still careful because he got caught with something in the first round against Ryan and had him kind of buck foot, and he was trying to clinch all the time. It's because Ryan got power. He does have power. Know what I mean? In his right hand and his left hand. Nobody's saying Ryan's not a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. The thing with Ryan is he not disciplined. His problem is discipline. And sometimes he throws some wild shots. I know it's intensity, but he throws some wild shots, and that's why he get caught. Now, I see Derek James working on his defense as well as his offense, and that's really good. So we're going to get, hopefully, a better defensive Ryan Garcia. But we've seen him, with his indiscipline, turn his back on fighters. In fact, he turned his back when he pushed Devin Haney. He turned his back on Devin Haney, and Devin Haney hit him in the back of his ear. Okay? So I'm just saying, if he continues to do that indisciplined thing he been doing since he been in the amateurs, he going to get cooked. He going to get cooked because Devin's not one of them guys you want to play with. He'll cook him. And y'all thinking about Devin's defense. How much defense did Devin have against Regis Prograis? I mean, he got defense. He always have defense. But people think that Devin's just going to go backwards. He's going to walk back. He walked down Regis Prograis. At a certain point in the fight, when he hurt Regis Prograis, he was walking him down. Then he let him off the hook, and he went back to the center of the ring. We saw Devin dog walk Jorge Linares, was beating him up before he got caught in no man's land. Jorge Linares caught him. And then in the 11th and 12th round, he was still trying to close the distance on Jorge Linares and dog walk him. Devin Haney's a dog, y'all. And y'all don't know how. He got a mean streak in him. And y'all just don't know. It's like Terrence Crawford. When Terrence Crawford was knocking out everybody like that, when he was at lightweight, because he was so drained, y'all didn't understand how much of a beast Terrence Crawford was until now. Okay? And I think Devin Haney's the same kind of fighter. I see it's the same kind of thing y'all gonna see with Devin. As he comes into his man strength, He's going to turn into a beast. And y'all are going to see how aggressive and savage he really was. And y'all was always thinking he was just a boxer. And no, it's just because he wasn't stopping people. But once he finds that rhythm, once he finds that timing, he going to stop people. He going to be a beast. If he couldn't find Tank, he'll never find Devin. True. Even if Ryan hits Devin, we don't know if Devin's going to go down. We saw Ryan hit Duarte. Duarte didn't go nowhere. And Ryan hit him with a clean shots. Okay? Duarte didn't go nowhere. So who's to say that Tank hit Devin when he was 16 with some of his best shots? Devin didn't go nowhere. Okay? Think about what I'm saying. Y'all think that Devin's this soft guy because y'all know him as a defensive fighter. Y'all know he uses feet. Just because you use your feet don't mean that all you want to do is run from a fighter or move on. No, using your feet, you can step around a fighter, get the angle, and land on them. And that's what Devin has been doing for the last couple of fights. The second Kambosos fight, the Vasily Lomachenko fight, he's right there in the pocket. He's stepping around Lomachenko, but he's right there in the pocket. He's not going nowhere. Regis Prograis, center of the ring, right there in the pocket. He ain't going nowhere. But he uses his feet. He's not going to just stand directly in front of you when he can get other angles to get access and get you and you can't get him. He's going to use his feet. He's going to step around you. You understand what I'm saying? He can use his feet and his hands. He's not going to stand directly in front of you and bang it out. That's stupid. And that's what y'all don't understand. A lot of y'all don't understand boxing. When he's ready, he uses his reach. He'll fight you from a distance. You just can't close that distance. Okay? Demo Gamer says true, but we'll have to visit this after the fight. Let's count how many left hooks Ryan lands on Dev. For sure. He probably going to handicap him with the left hook. Make him have to use his right hand. Make him have to use his jab. Take away his jab. You know. Demo Gamer says, don't think that I'm saying that Devin's soft by any means. I know Devin can come forward. Oh, he comes forward a lot. A lot. And a lot of people don't realize this is a different Dev. Just people feel that Devin's pillow-fisted. Regis Prograis even said it. You can't knock out a fly, and then Devin goes and drops his ass. Stuns him 3 times in the fight. Got the man doing skanky leg. Why is Regis doing skanky leg in that fight? 2, 3, 4 times. Devin didn't finish him because his father told him, nah, just stick to what you're doing. But Devin could have finished Regis, and we all know this. But they played it safe, like you said, defensive fighter. Said, it's this new division and everything. We don't know what, we don't want to test this guy because this guy got power. But he dominated Regis Prograis. And you know what's the funny thing? If Regis Prograis was to take on Subriel Mateus tomorrow, I got Regis Prograis beating Subriel Mateus' ass. I got him beating up his ass bad. Because Regis is like that. And Regis can take a punch. Regis can take a punch. He just punches he don't see that's so fast. Like Regis said, Devin's just so fast. Punches he don't see that so fast. He didn't expect that. And Regis is a tough dude. But you can't take it 1-2 on the chin, spot on, coming off of you throwing a shot. You didn't see the return. Plus, you was get blinded by the jab, and then he got hit with the 2. That's what put him down. See, a lot of people don't understand boxing. It's a cerebral sport. I'm not saying Devin Haney thought all that way through on it, but I'm just saying he that's what he practiced. So he put it together, and that's why he put Regis down. Then he stunned him a couple of times in the fight with shots that Regis didn't see. And Regis said it. He said he's just too fast. He's too quick. He didn't see the shot. And Regis is a quick guy himself, but he's flat-footed. That's why, Regis' footwork reminded me of Raleigh, the don't move like a trained boxer. That don't move like a trained boxer. Yeah. Well, Regis is explosive and everything. He's quicker foot than Raleigh Romero. But the thing about Regis is because he need to thump, he got to sit down on his punches. He got to set the throw. So it's what y'all don't understand is when a guy has to set the throw, that's when you catch him with the tap tap. And you want to catch him just as he's about to throw. You want to catch him with that tap tap. That'll put him down on his ass. So like a guy, slow ass guy like Super Mateus, he could get dropped multiple times if you time him. Boxing's about timing. That's what a lot of y'all don't understand. Boxing's about timing. It's like dancing. You have to find the right moment. It's about the right moment to tap a guy on his chin. If the guy's showing you his chin, if the guy's showing you his body, and you seeing it, you just got to catch him now at the right time. And you could have him doubling up on the ground because you hit him with a well-timed body shot. It's not about, it's well-placed, well-timed. It's not so much about how powerful you hit him. It's about catching him at the time when he didn't brace for the shot. See, in boxing, y'all learn how to catch shots. You learn how to roll shots. You know how to parry shots. But if you can catch a guy just in a moment where he's not looking for the shot, that's when you get him. It's the punches you don't see that hurt you because you're not able to brace for those punches. That's what a lot of y'all don't know. It's not about all this big set of power and all of that. A guy with average power can knock out another guy. Okay? It's how he places punches and it's when he shoots his shots. We're just programmed for, okay. So I'm just saying, for a lot of you guys, again, boxing's not what you think it is. It's not a strongman sport. It's not about how many knockouts you got. A guy could be flattening everybody, like a Tommy Hearns, face up with Sugar Ray Leonard, and Leonard stops him. Right? A lot of ingredients involved in Leonard stopping Hearns, but the point is, another guy who understands the sport has a better knowledge of boxing than the other guy. And when I say knowledge of boxing, I'm not talking about the knowledge to do what you need to do in the ring, you know, but also the knowledge of pushing yourself, the determination, the knowledge of how to adapt and use different situations. Because it's one thing to say, oh, both guys have the same boxing IQ, when in fact one fighter has shown his versatility. One fighter showed he can adapt and adjust rather quickly to the situation presented to him. So that fighter who can adapt and adjust has a better boxing IQ when you think about it than the other fighter who takes a longer time to adapt or adjust, or who can't adapt or adjust, but they have the same training, they have the same skills, they have the same IQ, they can understand. If they was outside assessing a fight, they'd be able to see what's happening. But that doesn't mean that in the moment, your IQ is the same. That one fighter is able to make the adjustments quicker than another. That's what makes a fighter better than another. So how you can adjust to a situation. Ryan Garcia showed he adjusted to Duarte. When Duarte was bringing on the heat and his shots wasn't having an effect on Duarte, he made adjustments. He didn't try to fight him toe-to-toe anymore. He started to move around the ring. Wear out Duarte, frustrate Duarte, make Duarte miss. Because when Duarte was hitting Ryan was feeling them shots. Those serious shots. Right? He tried to stay in the pocket. He tried to shell up, but instead he wasn't shelling up. And that was some weird shit. And Derek James said, don't do it again. And then when he couldn't stand with him and trade with him, he started to move around the ring to get the angles. And he was able to catch him while he was launching his offense. Again, the timing aspect, catch him with that left hand, that left hook, walking in, the check left hook. Okay? And if you notice, Ryan has been catching people with that check left hook. That's his bread and butter. He catches you as you're launching your offense. He won't catch you with that quick whipping quick check left hook. That's his bread and butter. That's how he stopped most of the guys. Not saying he don't have a good straight right hand and he doesn't have good timing with that, but that's basically his bread and butter. That's where he gets most of his knockouts. Thing about it is, you could know that, but you don't know when he's going to whip it out. You don't know how he's going to whip it out, and so on. It's like saying Mayweather's greatest weapon was his right hand. Yeah, it was his right hand. But when? How he's going to whip it out? That's the question. What's your evasive maneuver for that? What's your defensive ploy for that? And your counter? These are the things that Devin Haney and his father already know and know how to deal with those situations. So that's the thing that That's what makes a guy's IQ really high. It's not what you know, right? Like me, I got poor boxing IQ if I get in the ring against anybody, right? But I have an IQ outside of boxing as a fan, assessing boxing, not in real time or not. I can assess the boxing, but as for me implementing it, going from my cognitive understanding of boxing to a practical aspect of boxing, my IQ is very, very low. Do you understand? And that's why you can't just say Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather have the same boxing IQ. No, you would have to put them in the ring and see who would make the adjustments to win that fight. So when I hear people say Thomas Hearn would beat Floyd Mayweather because he's too long and too, no, you have to look at boxing IQ. You have to look at the ability to adapt. Does Thomas Hearns have the same ability to adapt that Floyd Mayweather has? No. He depended on his power, he depended on his length, he depended on his jab, he depended on his left hook, right? Because that's the problem with guys who got a lot of power. Even though Gervonta Tank Davis, he can box, his power bails him out a lot of times. You see? And that's sad because if you don't have that earth-changing power, you're not crippled by that. You really push yourself to want to do other things. Floyd Mayweather, after he couldn't get guys out of there, he resorted to other things. And that's where your boxing IQ gets even higher. Because in the moment, you're making adjustments to different styles and different situations, and it expands your boxing IQ. If Tank Davis was to go all 12 rounds with another fighter, and he's looking to expand, to adjust, to adapt to that fighter, and that fighter pushes him to do that, that helps Tank Davis become a much better boxer and expands his boxing IQ. Versus, because boxing's a doing sport, versus Tank Davis getting that guy out of there. He'll learn much more as a fighter to deal with different situations better when his power doesn't bail him out or his power doesn't cut the fight short. In a way, guys who are power punchers, their power does them a disservice. They doing all the right things, and they're not necessarily looking for the KO, but then all of a sudden it's a KO. But they was doing all the right things, but then they don't get to go full 12 rounds all the time doing the right things. They don't get that enough exercise, that practice. And that's the key. That's why Devin was able at 16 years old to outlast Tank, because Tank is dependent on his power. He said, if I turn on the juice, I'll get him out of there. No, bro. It don't work like that. Ryan Garcia, depending on turning on the juice. No, it's about boxing. And that's what a lot of people and some casual fans don't get. This is a sport about boxing, not a sport about how quickly can I get you out of there. That's cool. Fans love that. We all love the knockouts, okay? But if a guy's repeatedly, like Edgar Berlanga, right? He been knocking out people left, right, and center. Now he got a recent knockout again. And people are all triumphant for it because we all like knockouts, right? But when you think about it, how much has he grown? What else can he do? What happens when he faces a guy he can't stop? What's his go-to from there? How is he going to make the adjustments? How's he going to adapt? To a guy who's making adjustments and adapting to guys who have power. So these are the things. When you look at Ryan Garcia versus, I can't remember what the name of the guy is. You guys give me the guy's name. The guy, don't forget to smash the like button, people. The guy that, the like button, by the way, is, I'm not sure where the like button is right now. But don't forget to smash the like button. You know what? Let me show you guys it. I'm gonna show you some things. Because I actually have a laptop here I could show you stuff on. Alright, cool. I'm gonna show you guys some things. I got some time on my hands. Hold on one second. I need to go for a second and actually let me go drink some water. Today's not my off day. I still have to go at work, but I gotta go get some things, and I gotta wait till about 8 o'clock thereabouts to get up and popping. I should have been doing some other things today, but anyway. Yeah. Shout out to Demo Gaming. Demo Gaming, is that Demo Gaming? Are you what's his name? What's his name? Are you Tommy Temper? You're Tommy Temper, aren't you? Hold on one second. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna spend a little time with you guys. No. I gotta wash clothes and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Man, I got things I gotta do. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Alright, man. I'm back. So I want to show you guys some stuff, man. Let me show you guys some stuff. Hold on a second. Now I might get alright, you can see, y'all can see that? That's my laptop right there. There's a plug in the background as well. Alright, so cool. Let me show you guys some stuff here. Alright now, buddy. What's up? What's up? Okay. What's going on? What's going on? Okay. Sorry about that. Let me show you guys something. All right, good. All right, cool. Right, y'all can see the YouTube on here, right? Y'all can see YouTube. Cool. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something. So you're seeing this live. I'm typing up everything and stuff live because I want you guys to see what it is I'm trying to show you guys about boxing, right? Nice. All right. So on the zone, there was this fight with Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte. And Oscar was really strong in that fight. You know what I'm saying? All right, see that? Right there? All right, so I want to show you guys something. All right, I want to show you guys some stuff so you guys will understand what I'm saying. So Ryan's quick. He got some quick whipping shots. But the thing is, even though he's throwing shots on Duarte, Duarte's taking some of the shots. He's blocking some of the shots. But the point behind it is that Duarte, even though he's not as quick as Ryan, and he's kind of flat-footed, he's seeing the shots. And once you're seeing the shots, you can brace for them. You know what I'm saying? And so he seemed unfazed throughout most of the fight against Ryan when the shots was being thrown at him. I'm just gonna show you guys some of that. Let me blow this up a little bit bigger. Right, so you can see the whole thing right there, right? Y'all seen the whole thing right there? I don't even know if they flagged this or something because I ain't seen nobody here. But anyway, it's almost an hour. I want to show you guys something. It's all about timing in boxing. It's about timing. You know what I'm saying?
Chest just in case, get you stationary. And throw that left hook around the guard right there. Ryan Garcia needs to be very sharp and not get hit by that. And listen,
you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna skip through some of this.
And he waits till his opponent gets stationary. You can't do that against Ryan Garcia. He's got throw punch.
Now you see how he's stepping around him?
Yeah, the thing about Duarte, he needs to see that punch.
Oh, there go that right hand. Counter right hand. He counter right hand the jab. Duarte counter right hand Ryan's jab. Ryan's stepping around him. Now, he's still forming a bigger and bigger circle because Duarte's trying to close down the ring on him, but watch this. Watch what Ryan does now. It's that check left hook right there. So as you can see, Duarte's got a lot of power. Now Ryan's trying to pick him off as he comes in. He's trying to time him to catch him with certain shots. But Duarte is a solid dude. Ryan's punch is actually kind of bouncing off of Duarte. Right? It's kind of bouncing off of Duarte. Let me see what I can do here. Let's pop. Yeah. Oh, that's a little too much. Let me try that. Yeah. Let me do it in black and white for a minute. Or maybe in dawn. No, bubbles. No. Okay, so the shots are bouncing off anyway, Duarte. Because Duarte is a solid dude. He's a big, strong, solid dude. Undefeated fighter, so he's got the will inside of him. I'm doing it in black and white just because I can. All right? All right, let's keep it going. Now, when Duarte lands the punches, notice Ryan clinches him up. You look at Ryan's footwork. It's pretty good. As he's boxing Duarte, he kind of goes, he bounces one way to the next. He did a bounce step, and then he went back into his stuff. Get around him. Now, look at Ryan make adjustments, right? So he's boxing off the back foot.
James, is that going to be the punch you're looking for? They kind of smiled, and I knew that's their game plan.
Now, what you're seeing is Ryan's changing up the angles. Watch his feet. Watch where he is positioned in front of Duarte. He's not standing directly in front of Duarte. Watch it again. What you see what Ryan's doing? Look at his feet. Look at his feet. You're going to see his feet shift from front to back, and he's constantly turning. Watch this. See? Now he's stepping into him. As Duarte starts going on the defense, and he's trying to do lateral movement, but he's squared up. Ryan is walking to him, right? Using his jab. He's working off his jab. Conventional stuff. Now, Ryan is a guy, he can use his jab or he can use his right hand. He can lead with either hand, okay? He's establishing his jab, which is very good, but he also has a really great right hand that he can use as a feeler to find distance. Now, Ryan's establishing range, but as he's doing that, notice his footwork. See, what I try to explain to people is that dudes be moving their feet. Duarte's not a guy that moves his feet as much as Ryan moves his feet, right? Even though Ryan can be in a flat-footed stance and walk down a fighter, right now, he's not flat-footed. It's on the balls of his feet, walking him down. And he's picking him apart with the jab. He's already found range right now. Okay, so here, Ryan actually started prodding him so that Duarte would respond. He bait him in. First he bait him with the jab, and he bait him with the second jab, and then he came over the top. He threw a short little hook, short little uppercut on the inside to catch him over the top with the right hand. And he put some mustard on that right hand, as you can see in his face. But Duarte rode the shot. And guess what? Didn't really affect him much. Ryan's gonna push that jab through again. There it is. He does a what is called a touch jab, and he comes with a left hook whips a left hook off the jab. But Duarte again keeps his defense tight. He's seeing the shots. That's why he's not getting affected. You see, Ryan, I would say Ryan has sneaky power. He's powerful, but his power really comes from his speed. And if you're a solid fighter, you can take his shots. The thing about it is, you don't know when his shots are coming, and that's where the timing comes in. And when he turns it over and catches you with a shot that you didn't see, that's when you get hurt. But Duarte right now, even though he's significantly slower, is still able to deflect most of Ryan's shots, see most of Ryan's shots right now. Even though Ryan's is a good distance away, Ryan's established range here. Now, what Duarte is doing is he's leaning in. So what Duarte is doing to get range is he's leaning in and he's watching through the gloves at where he wants to target. Okay? So he's actually closer than he really is. And that's causing Ryan to also create an illusion. His front foot is closer to Duarte than his body is right now. So, but Ryan's actually closer to Duarte, but Ryan's pushing his body back because Duarte is actually almost in range with Ryan because their feet are almost close together. So Ryan's at the edge of the pocket. He's actually trying to sneak his way into the pocket, and he's baiting Duarte to come in. That's what's happening right now. This is called baiting your opponent in. So Ryan's being from a boxing background and using the ropes, this is what he's doing. Duarte comes in with an overhand right, which is something that Mexicans love to use. So Duarte is doing like he's going to hit Ryan with a left hook, and then he comes over the top with an overhand right. Ryan knows that, and he dips under the overhand right and rolls out. Now Ryan's using the ring a lot, and he's also now moving off the ropes. He's changing direction as well. Now Ryan's moving to the center of the ring, and then he's going to move back to the ropes. Notice he's changing direction all the time. Duarte has a stance where he has to square up a bit so he can cut off the ring. Now here, Duarte is going to do what is called a stabbing jab. She's trying to go to the body. But the problem with Duarte was he wasn't using his jab a lot. Ryan was using his jab, so he dictated the space. So Ryan was able to control the fight there. Whereas Duarte, he was kind of waiting with the gloves, kind of Canelo-like thing. And he's trying to catch shots, and then he's trying to slip or counter to the inside. And that's the problem with Duarte. He was allowing Ryan to lead too much, so Ryan was dictating the fight.
What you can get. Hey, I'm the same way, Sean. Every time I do that, these guys jump on me saying, they're cheating or no. It ain't cheating if the...
Right now, Ryan's doing whatever he wants with Duarte. He's moving forward. He's prodding him with the jab. He's in the center of the ring. Duarte's not applying any pressure whatsoever. Duarte's actually on the back foot, circling Ryan.
That's all you're going to get.
That's Ryan shelling up right there and decided he's not taking a step back and allowing Duarte to go into the shoulder, and he bumped him off. So these are the kinds of things that you're watching in boxing. So boxing is a lot more complex than a lot of people let you think. There's a lot of feints and all kinds of things going on in there. I'll show you guys a couple things. And that's why I said it's all about boxing IQ. It's all about knowledge. It's what you know and what you've practiced. I'm not talking about knowledge in terms of cognitive knowledge, but knowledge in terms of what you've practiced, what you do. That's where your knowledge or your IQ comes from, what you do, when you do it, how you choose to do it, why you're doing it, that kind of thing.
We saw against Tank Davis, Chris, that Ryan Garcia at times became overeager.
All right, so he's using a kind of shoulder roll thing right now and just spinning out. See Ryan again, the footwork. Duarte's coming straight forward and Ryan just spins out. He just pivots out. Go back to the center of the ring, reset it. There you go. So he was trying to pick his shot. He got him with a nice 1-2. Timing. Now those shots didn't land. Nothing landed there. Now, I'm not sure why Ryan just allowed Duarte to close distance right there, why he didn't use the jab or something. I know you're standing your ground, but it's still stupid. Like, Ryan did nothing. He just let Duarte beat on him.
This is where Ryan doesn't want to be.
Now he controls him with the jab and pushes him back. So I don't know if Ryan was just seeing what Duarte could bring to the table. Okay, let's see what you got, bro. Let's see what you got, little bull. And then he pushed him back with the lead hand.
Get back on the move. Don't get complacent.
Now, I notice his stance is different to when he began, right? He began with, the high guard, the jab, and he was more open. Now he closes everything up. He shells up, and he's just watching to see what Duarte could do. He's staying on the ropes, watching to see what he could do.
Any point against Oscar Duarte won't be good. See, Sean, there was a missed
See, he's playing possum so he could get some shots off on Duarte.
Opportunity, I thought. Absolutely. He's in the corner. He's got Ryan Garcia there, and he's not letting his hands go. The reason he's not letting his hands go is because Ryan's leading.
Okay, so the referee's now telling Duarte you hitting Ryan on his back, in his kidney area. Ryan doesn't care. Ryan shelled up and stuff, but that's what the ref says. So that kind of limits Duarte a bit, which is sad because the ref shouldn't really have said that because Ryan accommodates that. He got an elbow in the area there. So if a dude tried to swing around and hit Ryan on his back, you're going to get a piece of elbow. You could hurt your hand. See how much feinting is going on? So Ryan is feinting like he's going to throw something, right? Many different ways he's feinting. He's feinting like, I might throw the right hand. I might throw my left hook. I might throw a jab. Meanwhile, Duarte's bobbing and weaving from left to right. And then he comes through. And Ryan tries to counter him with a check hook. Duarte tries to lead with a lead right hand. Because Duarte could lead with either hand. Because he's squared up like that. See, Duarte's looking at, and he's going to throw what looks like a jab. Yep. But he could have feinted that. He could have feinted the jab and come over with a hook or something, or he could have feinted the jab and throw the right hand. There he is coming in like a bull. Now, what he did wrong here, Duarte, and which is why Ryan's able to move back and get the distance and pivot out and even throw a right hand, is he's not throwing nothing. You just charging the dude like a bull. When you get into range, then you should have shot the jab off of that. He should have shot the jab before closing the distance. He's not doing that. That's what Duarte wasn't doing. Easier said than done. So he was putting pressure on Canelo, but he's not throwing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the other guy gets to be first, and if he's first, he gets to dictate the distance, which is what Ryan was doing all night. It was easy work for Ryan. Duarte's a tough dude, though. Okay, big looping shots. Nothing's really landing. I think his right hand landed. But you see how much power he has. He hit him 1-2. He hit him a 1-2, and it moved Ryan. He got power. When he generate, he got power. Duarte is a strong dude. But once again, he ain't really doing shit. He threw 2 big looping shots, clubbing shots, but it was caught on the arms and the forearms. He ain't do shit to Ryan. And then Ryan picks him off with 2 straight shots. He threw a jab and then a right hand. Didn't phase Duarte too much. And Ryan wasn't really putting too much heat on it. He was just checking the spot to see where he was at. Again, the footwork. Just a slight pivot. And Duarte's going down the wrong line. And Ryan should have turned on him, jumped on him, pivoted, and just rained some shots on him as he was against the ropes. But he didn't do that. Could have turned the tables on him, beat his ass up. But he didn't do that. He just stepped out. Again, the left hook that Duarte threw that Ryan dipped into, he still had his guard up, so it didn't really matter. He said he complained that he got hit in the back of the head. Again, the ref being involved in this fight a little too much, showing that Ryan's the A side. Too bad for Duarte. But anyway, let's keep it going. Duarte too slow for Ryan. Okay, Ryan just throws a nice sharp right to the body of Duarte. Duarte gets hit flush to the body, nothing happens. And the reason is Duarte's a big, strong guy. That's the truth. You know, anything Ryan's hitting Duarte with, Duarte can handle. He absorbs that like it's nothing. At least it looks that way. He should have rolled or ride the shot. Probably it would have had less of an effect on him. And probably those body shots probably slow down Duarte enough that Ryan could catch him with that left hook later on. So you never know. Again, controlling him with the lead hand very easily. Duarte always charging in like a bull instead of jabbing his way in. So that's why Ryan was controlling this fight pretty easily. Oh my gosh, referee, you need to get out of there. You're involved a little too much, buddy. So Duarte is too far out trying to bob and weave and generate a bob and weave movement. He's too far out for that. You bob and weave as you're getting in, not on the outside. I guess that's his way of doing things. So that's another thing that was. And Ryan's just throwing the jab really well and threading the needle. It was a little too far out, so he didn't hit Duarte in the face, but he's just threading the needle there. So you see, his jab's controlling this fight. Duarte is too far out. He's just too far away. Look at the footwork of Ryan, though. And look at Duarte's footwork. Duarte moves side to side, literally. He's sliding side to side. Ryan's got the much more complex footwork. All right, he's doing the box step and he's changing directions and all kinds of things. He's got really well-educated feet. Compared to Duarte, that is. Duarte got brick feet. Ryan's feet is much more dexterous. Look at that. He bounces out. Ryan bounces out. He resets. He takes a walk. He's doing all kinds of things here. Again, that jab by Ryan. Now, people are saying he got to throw. No, Ryan's a counterpuncher. No, he has to be safe. He has to keep his guard up. But what he should have been doing was working his way in with the jab. So double, triple the jab. Jab down to Ryan's body, jab up to the head, or jab a blinding shot up to the head to come over the top of the right hand. That's what he should have done, something like that. But he wasn't doing that. There you go. There you go. But again, Ryan's very smart. He clinches up Duarte because Duarte's close enough to him to do that. And he just turns him. Typical boxing stuff. So his back is now to the ring, to the center of the ring. And he easily controlled this fight. He's having an easy time.
Now that overhand right, Duarte's been warned. So if he continues to do it, you understand that what your opponent's doing. You have to make an adjustment to it.
And the reason Duarte's
There you go. Duarte threw a jab, but then Ryan threw a jab and hit Duarte in his head. But that's what Duarte should have been doing all along. Should throw another jab, but he's not in position. Oh, there you go. He leads with the right hand instead. That was kind of good. Oh, man. Come on, ref. No, the guy's now getting some momentum. Don't do that to the guy. Okay, Ryan was really moving excessively here because Duarte started to land on him. You can see how Ryan's controlling him with his lead hand. So Ryan's tiring out Duarte as well, even though Duarte's in ridiculous shape. He was tiring him out. Duarte's feet are like bricks. He ain't really got that much dexterity. Ryan looked like Sugar Ray Robinson versus him. I mean, his feet are just so fantastic compared to Duarte's. Duarte's is very simplistic. So again, Ryan's just doing what's necessary to keep Duarte at range. He don't need to be throwing a host of the jabs at this point in time. So he's just doing what's necessary. So even though Sergio Mora was saying he should have done more, which he probably could have done, that wasn't necessary for this fight. So this is what we mean by control. Ryan is basically tamed Duarte. He's making Duarte think about closing the distance. And so he's completely in control of the fight because Duarte's not going to just walk in there. He's going to hesitate to walk in there. He's going to follow Ryan all around the ring. He's not even going to cut off the ring because he's not going to close distance. So Ryan's completely in control. He's disciplined Duarte. If Duarte was going to charge him like a beast early on, Ryan would punish him a little bit, and that was it. So Duarte not going to do nothing that Ryan don't want him to do. That's what we mean by control. Just check hooked him as he was coming in to let Duarte know, oh, you come in there, I'm gonna punish you for that. Now he's just moving away. Now he keeps his hand out. And Duarte is very intent on getting at Ryan right now. But that hand is messing him up. So Ryan's just maintaining that range, but he's doing it off the back foot, which is why the crowd is booing. If he was doing it off the front foot, the crowd wouldn't be booing because he'd be pushing Duarte back, which he could have done having established the range, but he chose to move because Duarte got some power, and they're not showing you the parts of the fight where Duarte actually landed on Ryan. And Ryan was like, I need to respect that power. Now Duarte's really chasing him. Garcia's still landing on Duarte, but his head, he should be going to his body. And the other thing was that Garcia's baiting Duarte into running into a punch, which he will do as he gets more desperate and more reckless.
I want to see hook to the head, hook to the body. You know, the typical combinations, hook to the body, hook to the head. He's got the head.
It's coming.
The head's covered. That's a given. Hook to the head, hook to the body.
So Ryan's not jabbing much, and he clinches him. Not sure why Ryan's moving so excessively for real.
These are largely wasted opportunities for Oscar Duarte because
because Ryan's on the move and Duarte's following, but as he's following, he's not throwing a lot. So the fact that this is not an engaging fight right now, that's on Ryan Garcia, but Oscar Duarte, to me, is not taking advantage like he should.
Chris, what did I say? Duarte, his feet they have to be set in order for him to punch. It's great defense from Ryan because he's taking it away from his opponent. He just does not know how to punch and move, which is why people are not moving.
That's most punchers. You know, they have to have their feet flat to be able to land something big. And Chris,
It's a check hook again. And that's where he got Duarte right there.
Duarte's rise up and training. His foundation is gone. That's an attack. Oh, that chapter of Ryan Garcia. The shift the left to Duarte. Hey! So what happened with Ryan is like I said before, he was baiting him in. Now even though he was baiting him in, Ryan was kind of tired. You could see his whole face was sweating and shit because Duarte was starting to pick up the momentum. So he was kind of panicking, I think, and moving a little too excessively. But having said that, the idea was to bait Duarte in, to walk him into the left hook, and then he caught him with the right hand. That really discombobulated him, and that was that. The point behind it is, for the most part, Ryan was in control of this fight. And once you're in control of a fight, it's kind of a wrap for the other guy, unless he can catch you with a shot that you just can't recoup from, or a series of shots. So boxing's a sport where, again, it has to do with your ability to adjust. Ryan did a couple adjustments, but he was kind of playing with Duarte in a way in this fight because he was trying out different things against him. I guess that's what Duarte was there for, a safe opponent that he could try out different things with. Hopefully Duarte learns from this. He needs to jab more when he's coming in. And I know there can be return fire. Ryan's much quicker. So that made him hesitant to jab. And every time he tried to jab or close the distance a certain way, Ryan would punish him with either left hook or just throw punches, period, that would hit his guard or whatever. So I understood the difficulty that was involved there. But the point I'm making is that, let me show you guys something. I'm going to show you something about Regis Prograis and Subriel Matias. And now I'll show you something about Teofimo Lopez and Subriel Matias. See, Subriel Matias versus his last opponent. I believe Subriel Matias actually faced a boxer guy and beat him. The guy that beat him, actually, his only loss. I think he came back and avenged his loss. Oh, by the way, you can donate to this channel via PayPal. The link is in the description. Just look for the description. The description somewhere around. Anyways, Subriel Matias. I don't know who his last opponent was, but I want to show you something about this guy. Let's see if we can get this. I think this was his last opponent. Yeah, because it's 2 months ago, right? Okay, so you're seeing something of it right now. And you see the guy sharpshooting him. I think the guy's a southpaw. Subriel Matias is the orthodox fighter. Now, you know what's the problem with this other guy, Ergashev, or whatever his name is? He's just standing there in the pocket with Subriel Matias. What do you expect? If you stand and trade with this dude, he'll destroy you. You have to step around him. Notice Subriel Matias, he's a flat-footed fighter. I'm going to show you. We're going to look at it a little bit. Let's say Eastern European fighter. I'm going to watch all that. I just want to show you guys a little bit of it. See, he's just standing in front of the guy, coming straight in. He's just standing in front of the guy, just coming straight in, right? There's no movement. There's no pivot work, really. There's the standard pivot work, but it's not really a lot. They just standing in front of each other, trading with each other. That's not something Ryan Garcia would do. That's not something Devin Haney would do. That's not something Richardson Hitchens would do. That's not something Tank would do.
Double jeopardy in round 2.
They're just standing in front of each other.
Wow, beautiful combinations, 3 of 9 for the defending.
Don't get me wrong, Subriel Mateus, he's got nice stance and he cuts off the ring pretty well against the average fighter. And he's tough. But you can't be just like that. See, you just standing in front of the dude. It's like Chocolatito. Not so much Gennady Golovkin, but yeah, Gennady Golovkin, all these dudes. These dudes, they got a plant to shoot, y'all.
His frame is like straight forward, so making it lot 200, and in the final 3 years of his combinations, but he has yet to.
They're just standing in front of each other and trading. You see, they're standing in front of you. There's no foot movement. You gotta watch the feet. What's this dude doing? Nothing. Look at his feet. Look at them. They're just standing in front of each other. Now you think a Devin Haney, you even think a Teofimo Lopez just gonna stand in there? Well, I mean Teofimo Lopez, he's a guy that kind of stands in front of there as well. It's the same set of punches. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a tough man contest. Okay, I'm going to stand and beat you down. I'm going to beat you down. Ain't nobody, no elite fighter's going to just stand and try and beat you down and have a punch fest. And that's the problem with these. So Subriel, don't get me wrong, Subriel's a hell of a fighter in terms of strong, you know, in terms of demolishing guys. He killed a guy in the ring. If you're going toe-to-toe with Subriel, you're going to lose it. He probably going to win because he's stronger. Okay? But that's about it, y'all. Look, they just standing in front of each other. That's why he knocked out the dude. He knocked out this dude because the dude would be standing in front of there. No footwork. None. Look at it. No footwork. Tough man contest. No footwork. No pivot work. Okay, let's look at Regis' program. Don't get me wrong. I would like to see Subriel Mateus against any top guy. But it's like, what are we talking about here? Now here is Regis' program. Jose Cepeda is a fighter who doesn't just stand in front of you. And Regis Progress is not a guy. Regis goes kind of flat-footed, but whatever. So let me get to it. Show you guys something. See how sharp Progress is? Now they standing in front of each other though. But Progress is way more sharper. Way more sharper fighter than Subriel Mateus. Got way better defense than Subriel Mateus. And as you can see, he respects distance. He's got quicker feet. He does get tagged every now and then. But you see his defense is on point. See that defense? See that defense? Hey man, I even know if Jose Cepeda might do something. But look at the movements. See, they more cat-like, they more animal-like. See, counter-punching and all that. Real skill. This is very important to understand. Subriel Mateus ain't got that skill. He don't got that skill. And he ain't got that knowledge either of what to do or what adjustment to make. He got one programming. Go get you. Go get you. Stand in front of you, go get you. Pummel you down. That's all he got. He got one gear. You can't have one gear in a race where you need to have 25 gears. You're not going to last. That's why I said Regis Prograis. against Subriel Mateus. You see Regis. Regis got skills. He got movement. And on top of that, he's explosive. I could see Regis putting down Subriel Mateus. I really could. Because Regis got that power. Right? Don't get it twisted. Devin Haney got educated feet. Right? These guys got upper body movement and they got foot movement. They don't stand directly in front of you and just bang it out. I mean, Regis is a guy who might do something like that, but he's not going to do it. He's going to move back. He's going to make range. He's going to make distance. He's going to pivot around you a bit, you know? Okay. But Regis does make for exciting fights. I would love to see Regis Prograis versus Subriel Mateus. That's what I love to see. Okay? Because Mateus is not fast. He's a slow fighter. And his feet, he don't move nowhere. Know what I'm saying? So that's why I told you guys that when I see it, don't forget to smash the like button. I know it's not in the usual place it usually is, but just try and find it. He don't do certain things against these guys. I mean, a guy like Richardson Hitchens should be able to beat him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I try to explain to you guys. Your feet have a lot to do with boxing. You got to have good feet and good hands. It has nothing to do with circling the ring and running away from people and all of that. No, it has to do with getting angles. Your feet get you into the position to land your offense. Your feet also get you into position to properly set up your defense to launch your offense. You see? And if you don't even have that, I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how powerful you are. I don't care how many knockouts you have. You're not going to beat a guy with that unless he makes mistakes. And at the elite level, very few guys make those kinds of mistakes. Okay, so that's why when people say Devin Haney, Subriel Mateus would be a problem for Devin Haney, I'm like, nah, he'd be easy work. A harder fight for Devin Haney would be Richardson Hitchens. Even Teofimo Lopez is harder work for Devin Haney because Teofimo Lopez can counterpunch and does have some good defense. So Devin Haney can't just willy-nilly hit these guys at will as he would like to. Subriel Mateus is a punching bag, a glorified punching bag that you can punch whenever you want, and you don't even have to worry about incoming fire because he's not going to come down the line. That he's not going to be able to find you like that if you got educated feet. He's strong. He's big. He can cut off the ring against the average guy, but against elite boxers, he's not going to cut off no damn ring. When you eating punches and you don't know where the shot's going to come, if it's going to come to your head or to your body, and you eating punches like that, where are you going to get time to throw your offense? You're not going to get close enough to throw your offense. They're not going to put you in a position where it's advantageous to you. So, I mean, he's strong. Don't get me wrong. He's from Puerto Rico, so I see the Puerto Ricans rallying behind him, but he can't mess with them guys. But I would love to see him get the fights. I'd love to see him get the fights. Absolutely. All right. In this fight, Regis Prograis fought stupid against Josh Taylor. This fight here. Josh Taylor is in for a fight with Jack Catterall. Who's going to beat him again? Jack going to beat him again. And he knows that. He's just going to collect his next paycheck and retire. No.
So this is it, the main event, 200 feet. Big left attempted from Taylor and a big shot in there from Prograis. You see the head on Taylor really.
They're fighting on the inside right now. Taylor can fight on the inside, on the outside. He got skills.
Now the right, both exchanging body shots from the left and the right. Right now, we wonder how much more both men can take to this in close quarters. This is better from Taylor. Getting closer. Prograis now wins his holders. A little bit more. This is good stuff from Taylor. Really forcing himself on the right. Prograis. That's understandable. After 10 hard rounds, it's been fought at some pace. Now they go to war, toe to toe.
It's more inside fighting here.
A couple of short rights in from Prograis. Left
Problem with Taylor is this. See, they were fighting inside, and Taylor loved to fight inside. As big as he is, a tall guy as he is, he liked fighting on the inside. That's why he lost to Teofimo Lopez, actually. Teofimo Lopez will fight mid-range. I'll counter-punch you. Taylor career almost over, though. He gonna retire. Especially if Jack Catterall demolishes him, because he's not going to be able to close that distance against Jack. Jack going to pick him apart from outside and then just beat him up. It's just boxing, y'all. It's just boxing. All right, I'm going to get out of here now. So, I say all of this to say to you guys that boxing's a sport where, you know, it's all about your feet and your hands, and your boxing knowledge is based on experience facing actual fighters. Your boxing knowledge or your boxing IQ is not based on just cognitive information. It's based on information you've developed over working in the gym and training and all of that, and then implementing in actual fights. So who you face, who you beat, really helps you to become a better fighter. And of course, during different eras, who you face and who you beat really built up your education and your archive, your library inside your mind and your muscles, your brain and your muscles, so that you could, you know, deal with any situation that's presented to you. You know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm what you need. Don't forget to smash the like button. Are you guys having difficulty smashing that like button or finding the like button? Because it's real simple out here. That's why I said Bivol. People say Beterbiev would beat Bivol. Don't get me wrong. Beterbiev did improve as a fighter quite a lot. And the competition he's faced is quite high. He faced a number of former world champions. In fact, I could find it for you. But a lot of people forget who Bivol actually fought and who Bivol actually beat. And I think that's the problem out here. You know, they only remember that Bivol faced Canelo, but Bivol faced some other really good fighters. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. There you go. So I'm going to show you guys that as well. Okay, he faced Lyndon Arthur. That was the guy that beat, I believe Lyndon Arthur beat, what's his name? Shh. Well, I could just go there and look for it. Lions in the Camp dude. I forgot what Lyndon Arthur. Hold on. And I mean, Bivol comprehensively beat his ass. Made him look like he didn't belong in the ring with him. Anthony Yard, right? Lyndon Arthur's the guy that beat Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard then knocked him out. Was using his jab and whatever. But we keep on forgetting Bivol comprehensively, I mean, outclassed Gilberto Ramirez, who is an excellent fighter, okay? He then beat Canelo Alvarez, but he also beat Joe Smith Jr., Jean Pascal, Isaac Chilimba. These are all former world champions, and Sullivan Barrera, even Cedric Agnew, okay? And with Sullivan Barrera and Cedric Agnew, he knocked them out. He stopped them. He put together combinations to stop him. And this is a guy that really came up from 168, okay? So when people say, oh, he didn't really face anybody, well, Barrera, Pascal, Joe Smith Jr., Gilberto Ramirez, they're nobodies? Is this what you're saying? Ramirez, Pascal, Chilimba, these are all former world champions. Right? And then you had Agnew, who gave Triple G a run for his money. Sullivan Barrera, Cuban boxer, you know, been around for a while, a lot of experience, beat a lot of guys. So what are you really saying? Like people forget that you can't. And Pascal's a tricky dude, right? Pascal's the guy that actually beat who he recently beat, and he also used steroids and shit. But Pascal recently had beaten, who was the guy he beat? Hold on, I'll tell you. I don't think Pascal has any other fights since then, but that's a legend. He fought Hopkins, all those kinds of guys. He had a win over Badu Jack, even though he dropped Badu Jack and all of that. His last fight, okay. He also beat Marcus Brown. He headbutted him though to beat him. Like a lot of people forget that he faced Kovalov. I thought he lost to Yuneski Gonzalez, and Gonzalez was robbed. Fought Kovalov twice. He beat Boutte. He beat He had a draw with Hopkins. He beat Chad Dawson. Fought Kyle Froch. I mean, listen, John Pascal has an incredible career. I don't know if it's a Hall of Fame career, but he's an incredible career. And this is a guy Bivol beat. Okay? So what I'm saying is boxing's all about experience. It's about knowledge. It's about, and when I say knowledge or IQ, we're talking about how to handle different situations, how to make adjustments and adapt to different situations. I'm going to show y'all some more stuff here. Because really, the truth be told, it's all about showing. It's not so much about doing, it's about showing. So if you look at I got so many turns to do today. What's the time right now? 9? Okay. Because a lot of people say, Biterbi's just going to run over Bivol. I don't see it. I don't see it, people. I just don't see it. When Bivol beats a guy, he outclass a guy. The guy don't look like he belong in the ring with him. Okay? All right. So Beterbiev just beat Callum Smith, who was a former world champion. That's great. Nobody's saying no. That's a good thing. He also beat Anthony Yard. But remember, Bivol beat the guy that beat Anthony Yard. Canelo beat Callum Smith. Put a beat down on Callum Smith. Yeah, okay, Beterbiev knocked him out, but Canelo put a beat down on him. And guess what? Canelo, that was one of the first fights that Canelo had at 168. And Bivol beat Canelo. Beterbiev beat Anthony Yard. But Artur, whatever the guy's name is that Bivol just outclassed recently, he beat Anthony Yard too. And Anthony Yard put a toe-to-toe battle with Beterbiev, whereas the other guy outclassed Anthony Yard, made him look stupid. I'm just saying, Joe Smith Jr., Artur Beterbiev beat Joe Smith Jr., but so did Dimitri Bivol. Okay, so Beterbiev stopped Joe Smith Jr. in 2 rounds. Bivol went the whole distance with Joe Smith Jr. But guess what? Joe Smith Jr. was coming off of a win against Bernard Hopkins when he faced Bivol. Joe Smith Jr. was undefeated when he faced Bivol. Okay? J.R. Jenkins says Beterbiev will stop Bivol. Psst. I'm going to bet you on that. I'm willing to bet you on that. How much money are you willing to put on that, R.J. Jenkins? How much money are you willing to put on that? Marcus Brown. Jean Pascal beat Marcus Brown. Bivol beat Jean Pascal. These are things people just forget. Yeah, okay. So Beterbiev was able to beat up Marcus Brown and stop him. So what do I mean? Alexander Gavorsdik is the other guy that everybody talks about with Beterbiev. That he stopped Alexander Gavorsdik, and people want to say Gavorsdik was a better fighter than Bivol because he beat up he won the title against Adonis Stevenson, right? But who else did Gavorsdik actually beat? Who else? Isaac Chilemba, that's it. No other world champions. Isaac Chilemba and Adonis Stevenson. That's it. Gavorsdik hasn't faced the competition that Bivol has faced. Bivol just beat Gilberto Ramirez, man. Come on, man. Gilberto Ramirez never lost. He was undefeated. They thought he would avenge the loss of Canelo. Y'all forgot this. Y'all forgot this. The man totally outclassed Gilberto Ramirez. Outclassed him. Who has Gvozdyk outclassed? And y'all talking about power? Because he can't stop guys? This is boxing, y'all. This is boxing. This is not tough man contest. This is not Mr. Power Punch dude. This is boxing. All right, I'm going to show y'all something again. Because you have to see it. You have to be shown. I'm going to show y'all Gvozdyk versus Artur Beterbiev. A lot of y'all don't know shit about boxing. I'm not going to lie. Now I'm gonna show you all something because
So here we go for the unified light heavyweight.
I don't know if this stream will actually fully come out, but I'm gonna show y'all something because a lot of y'all don't know shit about boxing. Teddy Atlas was the trainer for Alexander Gvozdyk, by the way. Okay. Gvozdyk left boxing after that beatdown. R.J. Jenkins says, it all depends on the size of the ring. If it's a small size, Beterbiev will stop him. If it's a large ring, Bivol will outbox him. The size of the ring will play a difference in this fight. Nope. The size of the ring will not play a difference in the fight because y'all don't understand what it is to step around a fighter. Establish range and step around a fighter. Y'all don't understand that. Small ring, big ring, don't matter. It's a ring. Once it's big enough that they can move around a bit, it has a center where you can say there's a center of the ring, and then you can move around a bit. It don't matter. Listen, Bivol. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all something because I have to show you. If I don't show you, you will not listen to me. You will say, "Oh, he's just talking." So the only way for you to understand what I'm saying is to actually see it with your two eyes. And I'm going to show you with your two eyes. I may get a ban. They may ban me. They may ban this video. But it's the only way you can understand boxing is to actually show people boxing. First, Gvozdyk versus... I'm going to show you Gvozdyk versus Beterbiev. I'm going to show you Bivol versus Pascal. I'm going to show you something. Because y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know. Y'all just talk. All right, so let's watch it. Gvozdyk versus Beterbiev.
Press the issue and get Gvozdyk unnerved as early as possible to start to establish it.
Okay, so let me stop it right there. I'm gonna say this right now. Gvozdyk is moving too much. From the start, it shows he respects Beterbiev way too much, and he's looking to throw shots and run away. That's his attitude from the jump. Too much respect. Yes, you have to be careful, but your defense should handle the situation. And I'm going to show you again. I'm going to run it back so you all can see it. Let me see if I can do it. No. This is not it. When a guy is excessively moving away from another fighter, it says so much, bro. All right, watch it again.
What should concern?
What's the first thing Gvozdyk does? He takes a step back. Even Beterbiev hasn't even made a move, and he takes a step back. I'm going to show you it again. He's afraid of the dude. He respects his power too much. I'm going to show you it again. So first thing he tries to do is throw a shot at Beterbiev. Beterbiev takes his steps back. Now watch what he does here. He's going to step back. Watch this. He's going to step forward, but then he's going to step back. And Beterbiev didn't even make a step. Watch this. See that? So he He already is going on the back foot before he's not even trying to walk to this dude and push him back. Okay? That's Gvozdyk. From the jump, this dude didn't want nothing to do with Beterbiev. I'm going to show y'all some more stuff. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to just repeat this so y'all can see.
A bunch of Eastern European powerful fighters, and these two have risen to the top.
I left the light heavyweight division, Joe, in good hands with these young fighters.
Looks like it better be in round number one. What should concern
Step back right there. All right, and that's why he gets caught, because Beterbiev wasn't even moving forward, and he's already showing his hand and stepping back, and Beterbiev caught him with a straight jab. Y'all want to see it again? I'm going to replay it again for you guys to see, because you guys don't understand what I'm saying, so I'm going to show you. His attitude from the get-go was too much respect for this guy, just because he has power. You're not looking for angles. You're not looking in the beginning to time the guy. You're not doing... Yes, he has power, but you don't respect that power so much that you don't just want to get touched with it. And when you don't want to get touched with something, that's when you get hit. That's why when I hear people say a fighter's fighting scared, but it's just because he's using movement and footwork. Like Floyd was fighting scared against Pacquiao. He wasn't fighting scared against Pacquiao. He was picking his shots. There's a difference. This dude here, Gvozdyk, was fighting scared. I'm going to show you again, because a lot of y'all don't understand boxing.
Good hands with these young fighters.
Looks like it better be in round number one.
So he first tries to launch a shot at Beterbiev, and Beterbiev just calmly moves away. He close up his guard, and moves away. Okay? Gvozdyk's not trying to find range. He's not trying to dictate with a jab. He comes out with a 1-2 as if he wants to knock out Beterbiev. Body language. So he's throwing his best shot because he's afraid of him. He respects his power way too much that he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. Okay. Look, he steps back there. Beterbiev is not even trying to step forward. Now he crouches stepping forward. And he stepped back on that. And he's going to step back again. And he gets caught with a jab. And Beterbiev throws his 1-2. His 1 catches him. Why? Because Gvozdyk is busy stepping back in a straight line before he pivots away. Because he's afraid of the dude. RJ Jenkins says Bivol needs to move around to be successful in that fight. Nope. He can stand. He has to step around him, but not move around. I'm going to show you the difference between Bivol and Gvozdyk, because y'all don't.
All right now.
All this fainted. And right now, Beterbiev's on. He's leaning back to get closer. Watch this. There you go. Catch him with a simple jab. He catches Gvozdyk with a simple jab. So from the get-go, Beterbiev was catching Gvozdyk with a jab. You tell me Gvozdyk's a better boxer than Bivol? He got caught with 2 jabs already. 2 jabs. He got the longer reach. He got the longer range. He's a taller guy, and he's getting caught with 2 jabs. And look at him. Look at his stance. Look how tentative he is. Man.
Balance. He has to disrupt this rhythm with movement.
And he's moving back again. I'm watching him. He just trying to get away from the shots.
He has to use his jab. And
Look at him. Completely on the back foot. And he gets caught with a jab again. Come on, man. Y'all serious? He gets caught with a jab again.
Can't stand in front of Beterbiev no longer than 2 seconds. And for Beterbiev, he has to fight.
Get caught with a jab again.
Inside the reach of Gvozdyk. He has to.
And he gets caught with a jab again.
To slow down the taller man.
Because he's not settled. He's not settled. He's not composed at all. Then he's trying to offload big shots on Beterbiev. That's not how you win a fight, man. He fighting scared. This is fighting scared, ladies and gentlemen. I remember Acelino Freitas versus Diego Corrales. Same thing. RJ Jenkins says you're delusional. That's why your subs are what it is. My subs, bro. I got 1,000 something subs. What are you talking about? Delusional, bruh. I'm showing you this. Are you stupid? I'm showing you this. You have no answer. That's what's happening. You have no answer. You have no reply. Y'all don't know about boxing, and y'all know this. I'm going to do it again. Look how many jabs Beterbiev has landed on Gvozdyk. Gvozdyk ain't land shit. He's only trying to run away. Then here he is busy throwing hard shots when he hasn't even established his jab. Why are you trying to tee off on a guy when you can't even get your jab threaded in? You got the longer reach. You the taller fighter. And you getting hit with jabs from a shorter fighter who's more composed. And you so mindful of the guy's power that you're trying to run away from him. And so you're not executing your plan. You should have been popping his jab. He ain't popped shit. He ain't done shit. Let's keep it moving. Where are you at? Why is this popping up? How does this go back in the corner? Okay, well, whatever. Let's go. Oh, like that. Okay.
Man, because that's what you're supposed to do. He has to land that big overhand.
Got caught with a jab again.
Gvozdyk wants to stay smart early on, like you said, Tim. Doesn't want to get hit with the big shot early on. Doesn't have a lot of sweat on his body. He's sort of cold.
Threw a whole bunch of shots. What are you doing? You have the longer reach. You should be popping the jab.
Doesn't want to get caught cold. The same with
Throwing the right hand. A lot of power shots he's trying to land. Why?
Beterbiev, because he's been down as well. But Beterbiev wants to press the issue and get Gvozdyk unnerved as early as possible to start to.
He done unnerved. He came in afraid. Look at him. He's going to back off. Look at him. Look at him running.
His dominance.
Both men have been up off the canvas in their career. In the case of Gvozdyk,
Look how he's running. Already. This is the first round, and he's running all around the ring.
staggered badly in the 10th round before going.
Look at him run.
Knockout of
He not interested in engaging.
Adonis Stevenson. That is how
He finally lands a shot to the body. He ain't landing nothing else. And it's a soft shot because he's trying to get away.
claimed the lineal and WBC light heavyweight championship of the world.
I like what Gvozdyk is doing right now. He's taking the jab upstairs and home.
He pawed with the jab. He pawed with the jab because he's afraid. Fighting scared.
You know, that's a good.
Those are right hand to the body. That's a good right hand to the body. It's you just touching him to the body. That's a very important punch. He's starting to settle down a little bit.
He's trying to slow down. Better beat him.
He threw a right hand and he's off balance while he's throwing the right hand because he's so scared he's trying to get out of the way. You want to see it again?
Before going out to an 11th round knockout of Adonis Stevenson, that is how he claimed the lineal and WBC light heavyweight championship of the world.
I like what Gvozdyk is doing right now. He's taking the jab upstairs and also downstairs. You know, that's a good trade. He's trying to slow down.
Here he's gonna throw the. Look at him. It's all balanced with that shot. That's how. This dude's energy. He showed he was not composed. If you going into a fight, you got to keep your composure. He ain't trying to keep his composure. He just throwing shots. You settle down. You stick with the jab. You keep your fundamentals. You're looking for the gaps. The guy's got power, but you got defense. Establish range, and then you start doing what you do.
Nice little right hand over the top as he escapes. And guess which way he moved? He moved to his right. Moving away.
Got caught with the jab again. All right, that's Gvozdyk. I'm going to show you the difference between him and Bivol. Because y'all clearly don't know what y'all watching. I gotta find somebody. I'm gonna use Jean Pascal. So I'm gonna use Bivol versus Jean Pascal.
Okay, guys, I've got a banger for you in this.
Look at the difference. Got caught to the body though. Nice jab to the body back. Jab to the body again. He makes it look easy and he makes it look simple, but see that jab? That jab is the key right there. See how he pops that jab? Pop that jab again. Use his defense and then pop the jab. Roll the shot, parry the shot, pop the jab. They both sloppy, but still. Not fighting scared. This guy's much bigger than him, much stronger than him. He's still walking him back, pushing him back. See, he uses defense. See? There you go. There you go. There you go. Now, I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that Jean Pascal is Artur Beterbiev. That's not what I'm saying. Of course not. But I'm saying there's a difference between fighting with composure and not fighting with composure. You're burning up a lot of energy. Okay? Bivol is a fighter, which we saw against Canelo, was much faster than him and all that. But Bivol is a fighter who he fights with composure. That's the difference. He throws a lot of punches too, but he fights with composure. He's not going to let you what's the word I'm looking for? He's not going to let you unravel him. And Gvozdyk from round one was unraveled. He wasn't doing the right stuff. Just pop your jab. You're supposed to pop your jab to find range. You're supposed to pop your jab to find out where this guy is. Try to thread the needle, try to counter him. You're looking for shots. He wasn't coming in there doing that at all. From the get-go, he was on his bicycle. And he's looking to throw a punch while he's running away. He literally was doing that. And as the fight went on, we saw Beterbiev just bully him and just manhandle him. Because Beterbiev was landing his jab from the very first punch he threw in round one. He was landing his jab. That should never happen against a guy with longer reach. Okay? Bivol has a longer reach than Beterbiev. That's not supposed to happen in the very first round. So I'm showing you guys these things so you guys will see the difference between a fighter who has composure, who's settled. Bivol's a bit sloppy with his punches. We saw it even against Canelo. He's a bit sloppy. Let's be real. But you have to understand boxing. And a lot of y'all don't know what you're watching, don't know what the sport is about. You think it's about power and a guy knocking out everybody. Yes, Beterbiev has a 100% knockout ratio. But he has not faced the caliber of opponent who knows how to establish range. And y'all say, well, Gvozdyk was a guy that knew how to accept. No, that's not so. That's not true at all. So, and we know this because Gvozdyk, when he came up against Beterbiev, he wasn't interested in establishing range. If he was, he would have popped his jab. Instead, he tried to, the first set of punches he threw, he tried to offload his power on Beterbiev in a non-strategic way. He's trying to make Beterbiev respect him, yeah, but the shots that he threw up were not solid. One, and two, they were all blocked. He wasn't trying to, find him. He's just throwing something. Like if he's desperate from the get-go. No, you control a guy with a jab. You come out with your jab. You don't come out throwing a whole bunch of punches. What do you think you're gonna do? You don't even know the true range. And then because he didn't know the true range, Beterbiev was able to catch him as he was moving backward with jabs. So anyway, this is what I got for you guys when it comes to boxing. So when people tell me, oh, Beterbiev is going to run over Bivol and he's going to do this and he's going to do that, and he's gonna stop Bivol. That's fun. That's a nice thought. Because you've seen this guy mowing down everybody's. Anthony Yard, he had a nice, exciting fight, but he eventually mowed down Anthony Yard. So y'all think, but if you just think about it, are you saying that Anthony Yard is a better boxer or a better fighter than Dimitri Bivol? I'm just asking you guys to think about what you're seeing when it comes to boxing. A lot of y'all don't think about nothing. Y'all just go with narratives that are prevailing. Y'all don't really think. All right, footwork has a lot to do with boxing. Footwork. And footwork is not just moving around the ring, trying for a guy not to hit you. No, footwork is about turning opponent, cutting certain angles, sometimes coming in off of angles. Right? That's footwork. How you are able to get to your opponent, how you are able to step around your opponent, how you are able to, with your feet, that is, get into position to throw certain shots. That's footwork. So a guy can be aggressive coming forward and have great footwork coming forward. A guy can be moving laterally and have great footwork moving laterally. A guy can turn and pivot so well that he's able to. I remember J-Rock versus what's his name? It'll come to me. Again, you can donate via PayPal for those of you who want to donate to my channel. Hold on a second, let me find it. Okay, Julian Williams, a Philly trained fighter. And I'm going to show y'all some good footwork because a lot of people just don't understand boxing, I'm telling you. When J-Rock faced Jarrett Hurd, I don't know if you guys remember that. And I believe he stopped him. I'm going to show you all this fight. This is what we call good footwork. So when we say good footwork, we're not talking just about going, just using up a lot of real estate in the ring. Watch the feet here. Okay, we can't see the feet right now. So he's bobbing and weaving, and that's what's making Jarrett Hurd miss the shots. Now he's using clinch modes to tie up Jarrett Hurd. Now watch him step around him. He stepped around him. And he dropped him. Did you see him step around him? You don't understand. You guys don't understand angles, so y'all don't want to know what just happened there. I'm gonna show you again. Now he's to the side of him right here. He's to the side of him. He's off to the side of him. I don't know if you guys can see that. He is again to the side of him. And again, a lot of people don't realize you're off to the side. You're at a T angle to your opponent. So he can offload shots on you and you can't return fire. Here he is again, off to the side. See, stepping around him. See, they're pivoting, but he's stepping around him. There he is again, off to the side. So he's offloading the shots because Jarrett Hurd can't return shots on him. Now he's in front of him. Now he slipped under him, but he's to the side of him. Again, this is what we call footwork. See. Even though this is inside fighting, watching them step around him. I'm going to show you him stepping around him again. There it is. There he said, you saw the pivot? You saw the pivot when he stepped around him? Okay, Jarrett Hurd's on the inside there. Body to body. There it is. There it is again. It's a quick step around. It's a quick step around. Nice clinching, too. Watch for it again. He's going to do it again. Bobbing and weaving. They're right now directly in front of each other, fighting on the inside. Dipped underneath the shot. He's pushing him back. This is inside fighting right here, y'all. They're in front of each other right now. Body shot. There he is. He shifted again, but he's in front of him. He shifted to the front. See, that's... There you go. He's right on the side of him right there. There it is. He shifted to the other way. Good body shot. He's trying to clinch. He's trying to clinch. Oops. Oh, he was vulnerable right there, though. Getting underneath the shots. Ah, there it is. He stepped around him again. Now he's on weak side. He was on weak side a minute ago. Hurts in front. Good shot. That's it right there. Stepped around again. Beautiful, beautiful right hand. And rolled under. You call it rolling out. He's got him. He got him. He's on the weak side. He got him. He got him. He's on weak side. He's on weak side. He's on weak side. He's on weak side still. Can't do him nothing. There you go again. Oh, yeah, he's teeing off now. Good stuff. See, what you're looking at there, for those of you who don't understand, is you have to look to see where the forearm is. So Hurd's putting his forearm on I'm sorry, Julian Williams, J-Rock, putting his forearm on the neck of Julian Williams to keep Julian Williams from pivoting out and throwing a shot at him because he's on the weak side of Julian Williams, which means he's on the side of Julian Williams, but Julian Williams can't land any punches on him. That's why you see sometimes these guys offload a whole bunch of shots. It's because they're off to the side of you where you have to pivot to get back into range to hit them. That they already got the move on you. You see what I'm saying? So he's off to the side of him. Sometimes you see him pivot, like he threw a right hand pivot around. He dipped underneath the left hook and he pivoted around him so that now Herder has to pivot in to get back in front of him. Like when he dropped Jarrett Hurd, he was off to the side and he caught him with a left hook. He walked right into the left hook, and that's what put him down. So it's like this sort of stuff you guys got to understand. And it's because of his foot positioning, it's because of his footwork, he's able to do that, even if it's in close fighting. That's why I said, guys, you have to know footwork. You have to know what the footwork is for inside, how you shift your body weight as well with that footwork. You also have footwork for mid-range, and you have footwork for outside. Like boxing's like a lot more complex than people let it on to be. And you have to understand what a fighter is good at, why he doesn't use a whole set of footwork. And usually power punchers, they're flat-footed because they need the most amount of leverage on their shots. Guys like Terrence Crawford who whip his shots, guys like even Ryan Garcia who whip their shots, they don't need as much flat-footed stance to generate power, because they generate the power through the whipping action and the movement of their pelvis or their waist as they flick the shot, they whip the shot, and they practice doing that. So there's a lot of things that, like when y'all say like Bivol versus Beterbiev, Beterbiev will mow down Bivol. Nobody's ever mowed down Bivol. Well, they say, well, Joe Smith Jr., he had him like concussed for a minute. Yeah, he caught him with a good shot, but did he go down? Did he even go down? Did he even knock him down? And you see, that's the difference. You see, a lot of you guys always talk about guys getting a good shot and they got hurt by a good shot. So what? You get hurt by, it's boxing. You won't get hurt. But what do you do after that? What did Bivol do after that? He almost stopped Joe Smith Jr. in the 12th round. He finished the fight throwing a barrage of shots on Joe Smith Jr. He brought hell to him. So yeah, you get your good lick in. You known as a power puncher. You hit hard. But I took your shot. I ate up your shot, and then I dished it out to you, and you had nothing to say. And it's the same thing with Devin Haney versus Tank Davis. Tank Davis offloaded his shots. Some of his shots landed, some of them didn't. And then after that, it was Devin Haney's turn. It's called the ebb and flow of boxing. It's ebb and flow of fights. That's what makes fights exciting. That's what makes fights great. So, once again, if you can't take it, you might be able to dish it, but you can't take it. Now, Floyd has been caught with a lot of great shots. Oscar De La Hoya has been caught with a lot of great shots. That didn't stop them from winning fights. And that's what a lot of you boxing fans just don't get. Y'all don't know and understand the sport of boxing like that. Right? So, y'all say, well, Devin Haney's chinny. Because what? Because Jorge Linares caught him with a three-punch combination in no man's land where he was not supposed to be. And he stumbled across to his corner smiling. That's it. That's all you got. He never got dropped. He never got Canelo Alvarez. Well, you know, Canelo Alvarez, he would be beaten by David Benavidez. But what's the grounds for that, though? Canelo's fought every single kind of fighter out there. Well, if Canelo thinks that David Benavidez could beat him, probably he'd get beat. But from my eye test and from all the fights that Canelo's had, he has the skills and abilities to beat a David Benavidez quite definitively, if you ask me. You know, because, I mean, David Benavidez, he does throw a lot of punches. He is improving as a fighter, no doubt about that. But to say he's on the caliber of Canelo because Bivol beat Canelo and Bivol made it look easy. No. Bivol's a different kind of fighter. He might make it look easy. He may make it look simple, but the really great ones make it look like that. Name me a fight where Dimitri Bivol, you know, had a close split decision with anybody. He been dominating everybody he been in the ring with, okay?
Artur Beterbiev has been stopping everybody he's been in the ring with, but he's had, life and death fights. He had a life and death fight with Anthony Yard. I believe he had a life and death fight with some other fighter. I can't remember who their name was. Dimitri Bivol hasn't had any life and death fights with anybody. These are things y'all don't think about. And mind you, some of the fighters that Dimitri Bivol has faced, Artur Beterbiev went and faced afterwards. Some of the fighters Artur Beterbiev has faced, Dimitri Bivol has faced the opponents that beat them. None of y'all think about these things. Y'all just bark out and echo narratives. What you need, not like that. Like, subscribe, and don't forget you can donate to this channel via PayPal. I'm going to catch you guys later. I am what you need. What you need. Not what you want. Not what you like. What you need. I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.